What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel.
My name is Jeff.
And today we've got another amazing list for you guys to have a look at. My boy Rye Alex cashing in that Patreon privilege. Let's do this. Welcome back to another trophy list, everyone, and today we are reviewing the list of the legend Rye Alex 92. Just before we do get on with the stats, I just want to give a massive thanks to all my patrons. The additional support really means everything to me, guys. Thank you so much. On with the stats. The reason you guys are here, of course, trophy level 566. Rye Alex has got a total of 14,019 trophies, which is very solid. A real solid number of platinums as well at 233. We've got 1,072 gold trophies, 3,180 silver, and 9,534 bronze. So as you can see, fairly chunky profile. So yeah, we're going to have to get through this in a good way, I feel. We did have a smaller list last time, which was good, but we're back at these bigger ones now, and the next few that are on the list are kind of the same way as well. So 353 games played, 219 of those completed to 100%, giving Ryan a completion rate of 83.82%, which is absolutely amazing. Hitting that 80% mark, which you guys know I love to see. 2,628 unearned trophies I don't love to see. Probably a little on the higher side, but I imagine Ryan's in the works with kind of bringing that down, of course. Trophies 2.78 per day and 738 views on the profile. Now you will notice something missing. This is the first time we've had a profile like this because Ryan is a massive cheater. No, I'm just joking. He'd unfortunately been flagged for a game which was absolutely not his fault, so unfortunately has been removed from the leaderboards. Thankfully, none of us really care about that now, including myself. Who'd have thunk. But yeah, so we don't need to worry about that too much, of course. Straight in with the games, something a little bit different to start with, and a FIFA game that I actually really enjoyed. It was good fun, played it with friends quite heavily when it came out, and it had such an amazing soundtrack. Sia's got an absolute banger on there, and then it was the I forget who sings it, but the Waving Flag song, which was I think the main theme for the South Africa World Cup. Yeah, absolute banging tunes on it. But yeah, not a bad little FIFA game. 36 Fragments of Midnight. It's on most lists, isn't it? Plague Tale we love. A Way Out, done, very nice. You got Ape Escape on there. I still keep saying I'll go back to, I even picked up PS Plus Premium to play some of these old PS1 stuff, and I haven't done one of them yet. I probably don't even need Premium at this point. I keep saying I'll give them a try, but then I hear what others are kind of saying around them, and they just, yeah, I don't know if they're maybe going to be a bit too dated, but maybe at some point. Clearly a big Assassin's Creed fan, which I love to see. It's a shame about some of these here where Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 3, but these are the PS3 versions which are shown as unobtainable. I'm not too clued up on the PS3 version, so I don't know what it is that's preventing that. Maybe you've got the trophies needed and you could still get it. Maybe you're shut out of it now and that's why you've left that off. But yeah, it's still very impressive to see, all of these other ones. I'm a big fan of the game. I've said it on numerous videos now that, a lot of people do hate on Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed, but I do feel they keep reinventing themselves and trying to keep it fresh. But yeah, I enjoy them. They're never going to win Game of the Year, but they're always a really good experience, for me personally. I see you've attempted Assetto Corsa. I love driving games. I've never tried this myself. We do hear a few of you talking about it in the server, of course. I didn't realise it was 0.22%. I knew it was a tough one, but that is, that is absolutely crazy. Wow. It'd be nice to see you go back in and get that one. So what's the difference? Because again, I don't know too much about Assetto Corsa in general. I have seen that there's a few different ones. So we've got Assetto Corsa Competizione, I imagine that is pronounced, at 0.1%, which is just insane. Shown as 2 unobtainable trophies at the minute. But yeah, I'm not sure on the difference between them or which is harder. But yeah, very difficult, clearly. Astro's Playroom, I talk enough about this. I want to talk about it again today for one reason, is Yeah, so you might have even heard that just before I started speaking about her, actually. So, those of you in the server will know, but for those of you who are not in the server, we finally got Becky her own PS5 today, which she's very, very happy about. She'd ordinarily come over and say hello, but due to her injury, she can't move, and she's currently playing Astro's Playroom right next to me. So if you hear anyone shouting, or for any profanity starts flying about, it's just Becky, not me. But yeah, she's comfy in the sofa fort playing Astro's Playroom. As I look over, looks like she's having a lot of fun, and it's reminding me of how amazing this game is and how much I miss playing it. It's yeah, what a joy to play. It really, really was. And I just kind of glanced across as she went back into the PlayStation lab where all the collectibles are held and things, and it's so cool. It really, really is. What else have we got then? So a few games not done in the shape of the Batman series. So it doesn't look like you've done any of those. It would be really nice. Not that I can talk, Ryan, because I haven't done them either. I'm quite close. It's just a few things that seem to be kind of stopping me. A few of the combat challenges in Asylum. Quite a bit actually in City. I've got plenty to clean up there. But Arkham Knight, it's just the Brutality 101 trophy, which I know I could do if I put my mind to it. And yeah, like most of us, done the Telltale stuff, of course. So we've got some Battlefield stuff in there. Only Battlefield 1 with the Platinum. Beach Buggy Racing. I quite like this. It was all right. It doesn't come up on too many lists. It's not something that people see too often. I don't want to be giving too many kind of hints and tips for the World Cup, the server challenge, but this is probably not a bad one to add. I know it's 20 hours, but you've got a 4 out of 10 there, and you're getting that extra point for a new game as well if it's not something you've played before. So a nice 5 points, and it's quite fun. It's just imagine Crash Team Racing if it was made by someone who only had a £2 budget, but it's all right. It's not too bad. So Beyond Two Souls done twice. This is impressive. I like that. The fact you've done it twice as well. I can't even put myself through it once. Repeating all those chapters again. It was a good game, but kind of going back through over and over, I'm not sure if I've got it in me. Biomutant done. Nice. I quite like this game. It wasn't as good as I hoped it was going to be, but it was still an enjoyable experience. Bioshock 1 and 2 done. We're missing Bioshock 2 from the PS3. Missing Bioshock Infinite. I really need to get back on the series. I keep saying it every time Bioshock pops up on a list, but I still only played the first one. I need to get that finished. I've done the story, but I need to play the whole thing without, on the hardest difficulty, without dying, using the Vita Chambers. Need to do that. And then we'll do the others. Blur done, a nice ultra rare, 1.5%, 8 out of 10 difficulty, 65 hours. Very, very impressive. And then, Burnout Paradise. Nice, easy kind of driving game. This is another one. I was trying not to help too much because Becky's on another team. She's already got a goat with Aiden Sam, so I don't want to help her too much. But because she's new to this, I've tried to point her in the right direction with a few games to start with. Also stuff that would allow her to play the different genres, try and get the bonus points. And I did mention Burnout Paradise because it is very easy. And it's short, and that would offer a good amount of points as well. But yeah, really cool little game. I enjoyed my time with it. And then we've got a lot of Call of Duty stuff. Blimey, a lot of Call of Duty stuff. Really, really nice. Some real impressive platinums in there, Ryan. I love that. And then coming down to Modern Warfare 2, actually. So going back to Becky getting a PS5, there had to be something in it for me, right? There was a bundle with Modern Warfare 2, so of course I went with that one. But no, really, it was the same price for just the console as it was to get Modern Warfare 2 with it. And I was actually in the process. It was in my basket currently on Amazon. I was going to buy it anyway, so it's worked out quite well. And a nice one for the challenge, for those of you who haven't played it. It's going to offer a decent amount of points, for the time it's going to take. So yeah, definitely get that one on the list. But yeah, some real good platinums in there, Ryan. Love that. There's a couple missing, which I'm sure you'll maybe look at in the future. But yeah, really, really good. Celeste done, Coffin Dodgers. So this is another one, very easy, bit like Beach Buggy Racing, but even more watered down, to be honest. But good little bit of fun if you like kart races. Concrete Genie. We're all missing those 3 trophies, aren't we? I'm so tempted. I will pay full price for a VR to get these 3 trophies. It's haunting me. It really is. Crash. I know you're a huge fan. I expected nothing less than what I'm looking at. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it just gets better and better, doesn't it? Because you look at this and you're like, oh, he's done Stormy Ascent, amazing. You're then seeing the other crashes, and then you've done Crash Team Racing, which is amazing. Crash 4's in there. That's twice. Absolute madness. What a maniac you are. If I ever get Crash 4 done, and it's a big if, it's a huge if, you can guarantee I won't be doing it a second time. I'll probably retire from Crash Bandicoot forever if I can, get Crash 4 done. Really, really impressive. I love to see a series on there when they're all at 100%. It just looks a little bit sexy, doesn't it? This is a shame, Cuphead, because you clearly got the skills. Definitely not a skill issue, so get that on the list. I absolutely loved Cuphead, one of my more impressive ones to have done. Loved my experience. It killed me, and it literally did take my soul, but unbelievable game. Definitely do that one. Love Days Gone. Shame there's never going to be a sequel. Quite enjoyed Deliver Us the Moon. I love space, as you guys know, so I was straight in on that. I do want to play the next one, so I'll definitely do Deliver Us Mars at some stage, of course. Destruction All Stars, a lot of you in the server have done quite recently, all working together, which is great to see. And a nice ultra rare as well, 1.67%. Wow. Detroit Become Human. Yes, you've got no issues doing these games that require you to go in and repeat the same scenes over and over. Got some mad patience, Ryan. I love it. And then we've got some dirt stuff, which is great. Just missing Dirt Rally, which I know is a very, very difficult one at 8 out of 10. I'm not sure what makes it an 8 or why it's so much difficult, than the others. Maybe I'll have to look at this, because I do love driving games. I've been looking at other options for what I can do next. I'm currently playing F1 23, of course, but once that's done, I've got Hot Wheels sat there. There's a couple I've got lined up for the server challenge that I might do first, but this could be one to maybe have a look at. 'Cause look at that rarity as well. That would be super cool to have. Some Dragon Ball stuff not finished up, but then we've got a few that are. Yeah, never played any of the Dragon Ball games. I do love Dragon Ball Z as well. We're often sporting that Goku t-shirt, as you guys will have seen, but yeah, never really played any of the games. I'm going to have to give one a try. I don't know if Kakarot is a good entry to maybe trying the Dragon Ball stuff. Maybe you guys could let me know. But yeah, we'll give one a try. Drive Club, impressive, because no one else is getting that ever again. Drive Club Bikes, is that the same? Yeah, probably. No one will ever get that again unless they've already got what's unobtainable. What happened to Pez? Yeah, I used to love Pez. There was a point where it was ahead of FIFA for me. I did kind of hate the names, how they were all kind of a bit back to front and nothing was really official. The presentation wasn't the best, but the gameplay was so far ahead of FIFA. And then there was just a point where I feel like, FIFA kind of had gone past it again. But yeah, it's really dipped off, and we'll see what becomes of this EA Sports FC. I don't even know what it's called. It's something like that, isn't it? Hopefully it's good, or hopefully they up the game. Now they don't have all the FIFA branding, they might put a bit more effort into other stuff to make it more appealing. I'm sure we'll see. The most upsetting part about it, and I've said it plenty of times, is this streak I've got of FIFA Platinums is, when you have it in alphabetical order, it's going to end because it'll now probably be in E, which is a bit annoying, but what can you do? What can you do? You can understand it, they weren't prepared to pay 4 billion or whatever it was for the FIFA name, which you can understand. But to be fair, they'll probably make that off packs, don't they? So just pay it. A few F1 games, which is great to see. A few missing though, but plenty of F1. Look how rare some of the older ones are now. I just wish I was still playing them then to have, all these on my profile. It would be amazing. What else are we looking at? So yeah, you've stopped playing after 2021. It'd be nice to see you get back on the F1 games, Ryan. F1 race stars. I don't really remember what that was all about. I know, aren't they like smaller versions of characters in the cars? Is it just more of like a car type F1? Just guessing. Just guessing. Fall Guys done twice. Love to see that. That is really, really good. And there's the original version, which you unfortunately didn't get over the line with. Some more platinums here with Far Cry, but only 2 of them. Far Cry 3 Classic Edition and Far Cry 4 as well. Far Cry 4 now has unobtainable trophies, does it? I didn't know that. That's a shame for anyone looking to get back into the series. And then look at all these FIFAs. Blimey. See, my streak starts from 15, and it does annoy me that I had an older profile before that one. It would have been nice to have had all these. Just look at those rarities. That's mad. Unbelievable. But yeah, nice to see you've got a similar streak as me, kind of running all the way down. It was just FIFA 15 that you're missing, which I'm going to have a little look at this one. We'll have a look at this as our first kind of in-depth look at a game, and it's probably going to be the usual stuff, isn't it? I imagine there'll be the scoring a goal from the floor, and then there's the one for it's unlocking a certain attribute with your pro club character, and you need to score either 10 penalties or 2 free kicks, which doesn't sound too bad. But when you're playing with everyone else who also wants that trophy, you've got to kind of share it between you all when you eventually do get a penalty or a free kick on the edge. Can't remember the other ones to know what you might be missing. Yeah, score from the ground. Took me a long time to get that. Really, really annoying. And what else are we looking at? I'm assuming it's some of these. It's just because they're showing now as unobtainable. I can't tell if you do or don't have them, unless I'm being silly. But yeah, some of the online stuff. That's it. So this was the one, I think it was the last trophy I got. Enable a custom free kick or penalty style for your virtual pro, which sounds very simple, but in order to unlock that, you've got to hit either or of the the requirements that I've mentioned, and it took a long time. But yeah, that's a shame. But this is great. Love to see a FIFA Platinum on there. FIFA Street, wow, remember that? Blimey, that is going back a while. So some Ghost of Tsushima plats, which we like. Some God of War stuff, which is really, really good to see. Just missing God of War 3 back on the PS3, but you have since done it. Done the remaster on PS4. Got some Gran Turismo stuff. 7 done and Sport done. This is amazing. This is really, really good. I don't know how fair the 9 out of 10 difficulty is. I mean, I know you've got to do the online stuff and you've got to win a number of races and get pole, haven't you, and stuff, but it's probably more grindy. You will win races eventually, but it's just so long. But no, this is super impressive and definitely one of the best ones on there. After Crash 4, of course, at this point, can't wait to see what else is on on here, Ryan. Some GTA stuff. What have we got finished then? Because it's quite a variety here of percentages. So you've done the San Andreas remaster, Vice City remaster. What are you missing from GTA 3? What's happened there? Let's have a quick look at GTA 3, because there's nothing too crazy in this one. So achieve the 100% is all you're missing. I've got a funny feeling you're not someone that would leave that, Ryan, and I'm wondering, has something glitched maybe, or maybe something like that? Yeah, it'd be good to know. And then we move on to Gravity Rush, which Dragon will love to see. I do need to play the second one, I really do. Missing 1 trophy on grid. Is this the driving all the way around the world? Is this on this grid? I've never played. Yeah. Drive a total distance equal to the circumference of the Earth. What a grind. I've never played a grid game. Maybe I will in the future, because I do love my driving games, as I've spoke of millions of times. But yeah, crazy times. Grid 2 done, which is an ultra rare. Lovely. Grim Fandango. Heavy Rain done twice, keeping that theme going of these, I can't even get my words out. I'm trying to think of what he's called. It's the David Cage stuff, isn't it? Quantic Dream. Yeah, you have no issues of just going back in and repeating these games, which is unbelievable work. A lot of patience required for these. Hitman Gordon, yeah, very easy. And I love this. Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Be really good to see you go in and clean up some of the DLC. I mean, I'm going to check Zero Dawn, but is it maybe just the Ultra Hard? Which is strange because you would normally do the New Game Plus trophy and Ultra Hard together. You know, using the Shield Weaver armor, it's very, very easy. Yeah, so you've done a New Game Plus playthrough. You know, maybe tying these together would have been the best shout. It is really easy, to be fair. There's no real issues with that. And then certainly with Forbidden West, get on that Burning Shores DLC. It's unreal. And then similar with Zero Dawn, you know, New Game Plus it, get these 100%. So that would be cool. Or you've done Hot Wheels, awesome. For some reason, I thought it was more than a 4 out of 10. I don't know if that's maybe had a change in the guide. I feel like in my mind I'd seen it at a 5, but maybe I'm wrong. Probably wrong. Always am. Very easy Ice Age, Scratch Nutty Adventure. More of a collectathon, isn't it, than anything, but it's a nice little game to sit back and relax if you need something that's not going to, you know, be too taxing. Love seeing the Infamous stuff. Yeah, real good. I'm a big fan of the game, so this is good to see, as well as all the Jack stuff. Got some Killzone plats in there, which is really nice. Lara Croft Go, and then we've got the Life is Strange set as well, which we see on most profiles. Everyone's pretty much a big fan of these games, aren't they? So, you know, they do come up quite a lot. Little Nightmares 2 done. Really good. Oh, 6 hours, 3 out of 10. Adds to challenge list of games. I've not played the first one. I don't think it really matters, but I could just jump in, and there's an easy one for you guys. Get that added to the list. 3 out of 10, 6 hours. Don't mind if I do. Lost Words Beyond the Page. You've done Mafia and Mafia 2. I'm going to guess that you've maybe had a glitch with Mafia 3 as well. I know a lot of people have had issues with this. Yeah, flipped 16 racket bosses, kill all of the racket bosses. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you just got sick of the game. I'm not sure, but I know a lot of people, when kind of playing back through again and doing the alternative stuff, they've had glitches. But yeah, maybe you could hope, fingers crossed, that you can get this over the line in the future. Although, look at that. Maybe don't, because it's nearly an ultra rare, Ryan. So actually, just leave that one, you know. Just leave it going to ultra rare. That'd be quite nice. Some Marvel stuff. Love all of this. This is amazing. We can't wait for Spider-Man 2, can we? It's going to be unbelievable. Another few games missing in terms of the Metal Gear series. Yeah, they're generally quite long, aren't they? And tricky to do. But yeah, great games. Absolutely great games. And it's nice to see that kind of we're getting the remake of Snake Eater, because it's the one that I've played the less. It's the one I don't really remember anything about, so I can't wait to jump back in. It's going to be great. Some Minecraft stuff. Got the Platinum for Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Motorstorm. It's like the first game I got on PlayStation with PlayStation 3 with the bundle. That takes me back. I don't know which one it was. Whether it was just called Motorstorm or if it was one of these. Yeah, who knows? It was a Motorstorm game. Some NBA stuff, which, as we know, very difficult to platinum. It's really annoying with the NBA games. They don't leave the servers up long enough, I don't feel, for those who want to maybe pick up an older version of the game and jump in. You know, quite often they give them for free, like on PS Plus. And you know, you don't tend to have it for that long before they close the servers when next year's comes out, and a little bit frustrating, but they do end up very, very rare as a result of that. Some Need for Speed stuff, really nice. I do like the Need for Speed games. Again, they're never going to win any awards in that genre, really, but they're a good bit of fun if you're a car enthusiast. Omno done, nice. Missing Outlast, I don't blame you. Probably done what I would have done. You know, got 5 trophies, went through 5 sets of pants, and thought, that's enough pants, and stopped. Outrun Online Arcade, I don't know what that is, but unfinished. And we've got the Platinum for PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, which is going back a while, back 2013. Wow, 10 years ago. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Where time goes, honestly, mad. Some unfinished stuff, yeah, Pro Evo. See, I never even thought about it the other way, but yeah, if you've been getting the Platinum for like Pro Evos, I suppose, through the years, and then they've changed their games to eFootball, and it's different, I suppose that's also quite annoying. Project Cars, we've got the Platinum for the second one, good stuff. And then we've got a ton of Ratchet and Clank games, which is great. And as always, love those titles. Going Commando, up your arsenal, cracking time, into the Nexus. Love it. Whoever thought of them? Need a handshake. Rayman Legends done, which is very, very impressive. Bravo, 8 years, 5 months, which is absolutely unbelievable. As we know, it takes a very, very long time to do, getting to the level 11 of awesomeness, going in, doing those daily challenges. I'm not far off kind of being at that point, but just the thought of it keeps putting me off. So I maybe should, before they eventually close the servers down for this version as well. I know they'd done it not long ago with the PS3, so I really should go in. I'd cry, I think, I was so far through it, needing however many days, and they were going to close the servers before that. It would be really frustrating. Missing out on Red Dead 1 and 2, which is a shame. Not much in terms of Resi Evil. I'm a big fan of the series, so I always love it when we see all the games on there. We've only got Resi 5, which is one of the weaker ones, to be honest. So hopefully playing this does not put you off playing the others, because I can't even be compared. Maybe you've played them, on another profile, or done something else, played them somewhere else, but definitely get onto the Resi series, especially these new remakes, 2, 3, 4, unbelievable games, they really are. Resistance, I really miss, similar to when I got MotorStorm with my PS3. I think my first purchases were like Resistance Fall of Man and Def Jam Icon, dear me. Although I can't remember if Resistance came with the PS3 with MotorStorm as well. I don't know, but it was one of my first games anyway. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, the second and third game were all right as well. They were okay, but yeah, the first game was it was amazing. Absolutely loved it. Riptide GP2. There is another Riptide game in there that you could add to this if you wanted another little racer. You probably already know, but for those of you who aren't aware of these games, they're quite fun. You're just on jet skis basically. It's quite a short game. Yeah, they're not too bad. Rise of the Tomb Raider, unfinished. What are you needing for the platinum then? Let's have a little look at this, because you're only 12 trophies off the 100%, which is insane. But what are we missing from the main game? I need to go back in, because I had a little bit of a glitch with one of the trophies. So just some of the score attack stuff. Yeah, finish the game on survivor difficulty. Yeah, so there's one, I'm trying to remember which one it is, if I can find it. It's to do with completing all the challenges. Yeah, so I think it might be this one. I'll have to double check. So I've got the trophy for 100% game completion, so I've done everything you can in every single area, but it didn't pop the trophy for completing all the challenges, which is impossible, because you'd have to complete all the challenges to get 100%. So it's a little frustrating, because I was hoping to just have the survivor difficulty to concentrate on, but now I'm going to have to do survivor difficulty while doing all of the optional stuff in each area, which is just going to drag it out. But we'll maybe go back into it, because since that happened, we've done Shadow of the Tomb Raider to 100%. I've gone back in and got the platinum for the first Tomb Raider, which I didn't think I'd ever get. That's why I had no problem leaving this one. So I maybe should, because I don't want to just have this as the only one that we haven't got finished. Sleeping Dogs done, and the definitive edition. So you've done that twice. Really good. Some Sly Cooper stuff. Amazing. And then yeah, if you don't know, or if you don't know Ryan, and you can't tell, he's a big Sonic fan, real big Sonic fan, and pretty good at it, if you ask me. Look at all these. Wow, this is impressive. I mean, even just starting there, Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, an 8 out of 10. It took 9 years, 6 months. Ultra rare. Just wow. Some of these are amazing. You know, it's a shame they don't all have platinums. It really is, but this is so good to see. Look at all these Sonic games. I was a big fan growing up. I really enjoyed them. Other than Team Sonic Racing, I don't have a Sonic game on my list. I really should play one of them, but it's kind of where to start. I know a few of them we do have as part of PS Plus, or they've been given free, you know, previously. So maybe I'll maybe I'll have a look at it. I know I'm giving a lot of hints and tips away here, but you know, I don't mind. The competition's all about a bit of fun. But this is one I was thinking of, Sonic Forces. I know it was given free, so it's in the library somewhere. It's ultra rare. You know, you've got some points there. It's a 5 out of 10. It's a good, you know, rating for time that needs to be put in. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of you know, skill needed, I imagine. Still, it could take people longer, but you know, to add a kind of a platformer, you know, to your genres, it's probably not a bad one to do. It really isn't. And then after the challenge is done, if I'm still feeling Sonic, I'm going to have to do a bit of research, get some of these added, I think, because this looks so good. It really does. Sound shapes. A little seagull cameo, if you guys heard it. They've actually been quiet since starting the video. I'm surprised, because earlier on today I was going to record and they were just going mental. So I was like, nope, we'll wait till later. Spyro done. Yeah, most people have got Spyro done, haven't they? It's yeah, it's a must-have sort of series to get on there. Nice and easy. I think I've jinxed it. Now they don't want to shut up. Can't wait to move. Stray done. Really nice. Really nice. This is probably another good one, you know, for the challenge. If you haven't played it, or if you've got the, you know, the opposite version to the one that you'd done at the time. Nice 3 out of 10, and not too much time needed if you want to get some, you know, points on the board. We've got some Street Fighter stuff in there. Unfortunately, none of them finished. They are very difficult, especially Street Fighter 5, as we can see. 10 out of 10. Just a measly 150 hours. Streets of Rage 4 missing. I need to go back in and do this myself. Maybe we could team up, Ryan, once the challenge is out the way, because we're probably on a similar percentage, to be fair. It'd be nice to go in and get this done. I do love Streets of Rage, loved playing it growing up. That and Golden Axe were just top tier for, you know, me and my mates after school. It was, oh yeah, unbelievable. Tabletop Racing, really nice. Tales from the Borderlands, I absolutely love. And there we go, Team Sonic Racing. Just be so nice if it was up there with the other Sonic games. But yeah, really good game. I loved it. Love driving, as I've mentioned numerous times on the video. Love kart races, all that stuff. The 4 out of 10 is a little bit unrealistic, or not a fair reflection, I don't think, personally, as a lot of you would probably agree with me. There are certainly some rather difficult challenges in there, and due to the RNG nature of the game, I think a 5 is probably fair, and it might even be more difficult than that for some people, but I think a 4 is a little bit misleading, especially if you're someone who's just trying to get into this genre of game, or I don't know, it could be any reason. You might be just looking for something new. You say, oh, 4 out of 10, let's do that. It's quite hard, you know. I think we talk a lot about how the rarity doesn't say everything, but in this case I think it does. I think it shows that it is a fairly challenging and fairly frustrating game where a lot of people will give up with it. Tekken 7 done, nice. Well, there's a little bit of Tekken stuff actually. We're missing 6. You've got the platinum for Tekken Tag Tournament 2, Tekken Tag Tournament HD, and then there's some 100% stuff in there as well. The Artful Escape done, the Crew done, or the Crew 2, sorry. Yeah. And this doesn't surprise me, you know, going back to what I said, these choice-based, you know, interactive dramas, you're smashing them. Unbelievable. Really good to see. Last of Us Part 2, you got the Platinum, it's just the DLC. Nice. Missing The Last of Us Remastered, which is a real shame. And we've got the PS3 version there, which is shown as unobtainable. But you could go in and do this one. I'm very curious to see what you're missing, Ryan. Complete the game on hard, survivor, and then doing the plus versions of those difficulties, and then the online stuff. I mean, I can see why you've left it. It is really long, grindy, drawn out. There are kind of quick methods to doing it, you know, where you can kind of skip days when you don't have 100% of your camp on the line. So it can be done. There is an efficient way of doing it. It's still quite long, but definitely get it done. It's so nice to have The Last of Us finished. So we've got the Walking Dead stuff in there, really good. Not all of them though. So we've got the first one. I always get this the wrong way. Is a New Frontier the third one? Where you're playing as, I forget his name now, isn't he called Harvey or something? Javier? I can't remember. I'm sure that's the third one, right? Obviously we know what the second one is. I know what the first one is. I can't remember the title of the fourth one to get them in the right order, but one of them is definitely missing. It must be the last one. The Wolf Among Us. Watch the last one be called the final chapter or something. The Wolf Among Us done. Yeah, one of the best Telltale games. Can't wait for the second one. Titanfall 2 done, which I respect. And it is such an amazing game. Tome done. You've done Wildlands. Could always add Breakpoint to this. Not the best game in the world, but if you've got a couple of friends together, it's a good experience. Fairly enjoyable with other people. And then we've got some Tomb Raider stuff here with Anniversary, the Definitive Edition, Legend, Underworld. And I know that you're not too far away now. I know this is something that you're playing at the moment, Trackmania Turbo, which is going to be an amazing one to get once you finally do. So what do we need? Gold medal on every track of the solo campaign, which you get as you go through. Silver medal on every black track, which will happen as you get the gold, obviously. And then it's just the Black Lagoon maps, Black Stadium maps. So you're not too far away at all. You'll have to let me know what number that you're on. I think I'm on 168 or something, and then it frustrated the life out of me and I needed a break and I just haven't gone back to it. Maybe soon. Yeah, if you do it, and then I know Dragon's recently done it, it's inspired me to boot it back up, definitely. Trine 2 done. Uncharted stuff done all the way through. Love that. It's really nice to see. Unbelievable. Until Dawn done. Untitled Goose Game done. Really, really nice. Another game that's a fair difficulty, fair amount of hours for said challenge. Everyone writing them down. I'll get your lists ready. Giving all my secrets away now. I've got a few others lined up. I don't mind if people, at the end of the day, once we've done these platinums, they're going to get posted in the dedicated channel on the server anyway for approval. So people, if they wanted to, are going to see what people have been playing and could quite easily copy. So yeah, I really don't mind sort of divulging and sharing with people what I'm going to play. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it, at the end of the day? Absolutely. But I can't wait to see where it leads and who's going to win. It's going to be awesome. Virginia done. Watch Dogs 2 and Legion done, which is awesome. And you've also done the PS5 version of What Remains of Edith Finch, which is a lovely little game. Depressing in places, some very, hard to stomach moments, when you look deep into what's actually happening. Yeah, it's quite brutal, really. But yeah, great little story. And then we get to some really impressive stuff, which I know you've done recently. So you've done Wipeout HD, but then I'm talking specifically about Wipeout Omega Collection, which you popped in May. 8 out of 10 difficulty, 1.22%, super duper ultra rare. Amazing, really, really is. Massive respect for this one. You've got some fantastic platinums on here, Ryan. You should be very proud of yourself, buddy. Wolfenstein: The New Order, really good. Decent challenge. It's not the new Colossus, which I might even try for the challenge. I might just put myself through it, see if I can get it over the line within the first month. Be really cool. But yeah, definitely it'd be good to see the other games on there, so they are fantastic. Wrecked Revenge Revisited, Wreckfest done, and then only Yakuza Kiwami, which Yeah, which Rob will be sad to see. You only won Yakuza game and he hasn't even finished it off. Yeah, again, I can't comment too much. I don't know anything about the series, which is why I'm really glad that it was added to my 10 game challenge, which I know has gone by the wayside at the moment due to Jedi Survivor coming out, Final Fantasy 16 coming out, Formula 1 coming out, and now we've got the World Cup challenge. So we'll probably, do something where I'll still carry on with the games when I can, but it's unlikely I'm going to get them done by the end of the year now. I'll still give it a good go because once this challenge is out the way, I don't think I'm buying anything at release for a little while. So we might be able to do some catch up, but if it's looking unrealistic, I'll maybe bend the rules a little bit and just say, as long as I can do all 10 games, eventually, or within I don't know, a year from when I announced it, rather than just the end of this year kind of thing. But yeah, really, really good. Really, really good. Unbelievable list. Let's look at these milestones. Okay, so first trophy, of course, it was Sonic. It wasn't going to be anything else, was it? First trophy, Sonic Unleashed. It would have been nice to see Sonic Platinum first, but I respect Burnout Paradise. That's really good. Back then, you weren't even thinking about these milestones anyway. Had it be a new profile, I can guarantee you'd probably put Crash or Sonic, as your first one. We've got Call of Duty World at War for the 10th one, which is really impressive. I know I didn't speak about that specifically or as an individual because there were so many Call of Duty games there, but this is very, very impressive. I did do it on an older profile, and it's one of the more difficult ones. I mean, taking zombies out of it, because that always makes some of the newer Call of Duties very difficult to achieve. But just speaking about the campaigns, it's probably the most difficult one I've done. Just the sheer number of grenade indicators was infuriating. It really, really was. And I think just generally speaking, because it's war, practically every mission it's all out war, isn't it? Because that's what was happening. It's not like the new games where maybe 25% of the missions are done in stealth, because it's kind of modern warfare stuff. So whether it's on easy or veteran, the new games don't matter too much for a lot of the missions, where this was just, it was relentless every mission and very, very frustrating. So yeah, massive respect for World at War. Massive respect. Uncharted 3 for your 20th. Lovely. 50th was Sleeping Dogs. Until Dawn 75th. Your 100th was FIFA 17. F1 2018. Nice for the 125th. GT Sport, that's a nice one to have for your 150th. And Gravity Rush 2 for 175th as well. Sonic Frontiers 200. Untitled Goose Game for 225th. Amazing. 326 Ultra Rares. Amazing. Am I right? Absolutely unbelievable work, buddy. I don't know how much you go out of your way to achieve these, but, either way, this is super duper impressive. It really, really is. Rarest trophies. 0.41% is your rarest. A silver trophy as well. Only a silver in Assetto Corsa, which is amazing. And then let's have a look at this cabinet, because we've got some absolutely banging games in here. Look at this. Really, really impressive. This is great. Love that. Yeah, I'm really impressed with it, Ryan. What a list. Let's have a look at the stats, see how your journey has been over the years. See, how up and down you've been. Lovely average as well, 40.68%. Be unbelievable to see you break that 40% if you can, but even if this moves up a smidge, this is great. Really, really is. So the graph will look a lot different on this one to some we've done recently, because it's been going for a lot of years. But you've always kind of been there or thereabouts. There isn't really a time where you kind of stop hunting or don't get any for a while. You do have definitely some better months than others, as we can see, but it's pretty good. And then here, little spike there, January 23. Love that. 296 trophies earned in Jan. Unbelievable. That is great. Now, this next section, it's going to be a little bit horrible for the next 30 seconds maybe, but Rob did say I would do it, so I'm a man of my word, and I will do anything for a badge. Should we count them? Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus. Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus. There's 10. Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus. 15. Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus. 20. Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus, Platinum Jangus. 25. Give me my badge, please. Things you've got to do for a badge, right? It's very rare I say my name in any of the videos, and I don't want to feel like I'm being left out of earning some of these badges. I want them too. So there you have it. Sorry that you've just had to sit through that. Hopefully no one turned it off part way through. But yeah, what a list it's been. I've thoroughly enjoyed looking through this. So yeah, thank you for letting me do it, Ryan, and obviously jumping forward to say you were ready to do it now, because yours was a list I've really been looking forward to seeing for a long time. But yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. If you've enjoyed it, please drop it a like. It really helps with the algorithm and getting me noticed. Drop me a comment. Love engaging with all of you guys, and if you're not, please consider subscribing. We are on the road to 1,000 subs, which would be amazing to try and do, you know, by the end of the year. There will be links in the description to, you know, my socials, the Discord. So if you're not in, please come and join. It would be great to have you in there. There'll be links to my PSN profiles, Ryan's as well. Yeah, come and join us. We've got loads going on at the minute, especially this server challenge, which I know is going to go really well. We're going to do more in the future with different formats. So yeah, it'd be cool to get more of you, more of you involved. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.